This video is just to show the process of binding logbooks and switching them around. So just to show you some. So these were ones that were done last year. Too small a coil was used in them, and that makes it really challenging to remove these boards afterwards. So here's a couple of books. You can see the pages have all been folded over, and when the pages get creased like that, it makes it really difficult to take them apart and put them back together, which is what we need to do in order to get these boards out. And it's a lot easier to take these boards out than it is to make new ones each year. So easiest way to do this, get the paper in the logbook as flat as possible, throw something stiff on top of it like that, and then if you take some big books, this is just a stack of old plant logs, put a bit of weight on it, and then that'll hold everything tightly together. And then if you use both hands, you can spin it out pretty easily. Oh, and I forgot to mention, so on each of them there is a little bent corner like this to keep the coils in place. You want to take a pair of these and just clip off the very end of that, both ends. And when you do it, you ideally want to put a, I don't know if you can see that, but like a sharp angle on it. That'll make it much easier to feed through into the next book. So right now you can see I'm just spinning it out at this end. That's actually putting some tension on it, like a spring, and it's will kind of release when you touch it at the other end. The books that are in this orientation go a little quicker because the boards don't stick out so much past the end of the books. But sometimes if you're lucky, you can just get it to the point you can just spin it. The better condition the logbooks are in, the faster and easier this goes. When the pages are really messed up, sometimes you actually just have to snip every single one of these to remove the old coil. If the pages are in good shape, it's faster to do it this way, because snipping all those and pulling all the little pieces apart is quite tedious as well. But if the pages are really messed up like they are in those two books there that I just showed you, well then it's faster to just take those snips, cut every single coil, and put in a new coil, because the logbooks get saved. I think for 7 years it is that we keep them. So old coil removed. I can take away this big stack of papers. So that's the piece we want out for the new logbook. I'm going to put this, and so you can get it lined up as best you can. And then if the pages are in good shape, you don't usually need to put anything heavy on them for it to go back in, because they'll kind of align, like this will help align the holes as you go, and it'll go pretty quick. Now, a few other things to explain while I do this. So if you look at this sheet here, I've written down the coil size in millimeter because that was not there before. And that should make it easier for the next round of printing to ensure we don't end up with coils that are too small again. And when it comes to measuring the coil size, if you're unsure what size coil you have in your hand, easiest thing to do is just finish this. Take a coil, compress it like that, hold it so that it's compressed, and then you can put a caliper around it and press it tight and take the reading. And then that way you can match that up with what's on the sheet of paper and make sure you're using the right coil size for the right number of sheets of paper, because some books have much more paper in them than others. So the old books we save, they go to the Civic Center, to the records, and then you can put the new books together. Each book, once you put it together, the end should get bent over like that. Small pair of pliers like this is the best tool for that, and these work great for putting a nice angled edge on the coils in order to make sure that they feed in really smoothly. A couple other things to note in terms of the getting these punched. So what I do is, you can see here this sheet of paper, this is in with the logbook file. It tells you exactly, like, one page, because it's printed double-sided, equals 2 weeks, how many to print, whether it's bound on legal paper or printed on legal or letter, bound on the short edge or the long edge. You can just kind of check them off as you go, as you print them, and then you take them all to Bow Valley Basics and you ask for the holes to be punched only. I always write notes on here explaining holes are to be punched on the side that's flagged. I make it very clear that they're not to add the coils, because we're going to do that afterwards once we get the binders, get these out. Alternatively, if you really want, you could take those out before going to Bow Valley Basics and just have them do this part as well. But again, you need to make sure that they use the right size coils, because it's easy to mess that up. So you can see these post notes I've got here. So that is to make sure that they bind the right edge, because that's also a common mistake. So you want to put every single stack together with binder clips to keep the books separate, and flag all of the edges with sticky notes to make sure that they punch the holes in the correct sizes. That should be pretty much everything you need to know for logbooks. Definitely